Hey all, hope you're super well. Thought I would do a video on uploading generative AI content to the stock sites. And I'm coming at this kind of from a portfolio perspective, so not just a single image, but how to look at your portfolio generally, how to strategize building a portfolio, and some of the things that you can do to just make sure the content that you generate actually sells, works for potential buyers because you are in a market. So I thought it would be really helpful, particularly to you people that are kind of new to stock, maybe focused or coming through the AI side of things, and maybe don't have as much familiarity with stock photography sites. So hopefully this is something that can help you out and help you generate AI stock content that actually sells and a good solid portfolio. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so your first priority should be to choose a niche and study it, taking care to really understand your potential buyers' wants and needs. Like there's a huge amount of content on stock sites now and competition is intense. So identifying a niche can be a good place to start. One way to identify a niche, among others, is to start by looking at your own situation and think about things that you're personally interested in, because the things that you're interested in, you may understand better than others. And you may also understand what connects with buyers better just because you understand the niche or genre area. And maybe you'll be better at seeing things from different perspectives. So, for example, say you're really interested in aviation. You may be in a great position to generate AI images based on an aviation theme that really resonates with potential buyers. And once you've identified that niche, research the topic, try to develop an understanding of what the market looks like, what the current trends are, what the future looks like, identify any opportunities you can to make the subject and take it in different directions and use different styles. So, for example, the idea of supersonic flight is back on the agenda as a couple of companies start working on building passenger aircraft that are designed to travel past the speed of sound. It's been a long time since the Concorde, so that's a huge and sort of exciting new development. So think about AI images that are futuristic, based on supersonic passenger travel, based on the Concorde, that nostalgia. You can also take things in all kinds of different ways. So maybe you want to take the aviation theme and go backwards in time, to the days of the Wright brothers, the Zeppelin. Maybe you look at a military angle, since so many aircraft have been designed and used and utilized in different wars. There's so many ways and so many aspects of aviation that you could really build a huge and successful portfolio in that area. And the more you know about your customers, the more you upload, the more you kind of understand what sells in that niche, the better you'll be at creating new images that meet the existing supply and demand for that niche area. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was evergreen, seasonal, and trend content. So trend content can sell big, but usually only for a limited time. Seasonal content is only in demand at certain times of the year, and evergreen or timeless content is always in demand no matter the prevailing trends or seasonal moment. To achieve great success with your stock portfolio, you want to get the right balance of all three, and you want to make sure that you work on all three because each is essentially a different market. So you'll want to have access and tap into all three of those trending, seasonal, and evergreen markets. So what does evergreen content look like? Evergreen content can include images related to food, families, health and wellness, nature and wildlife, business, teamwork, digital, future, the environment. These themes sell all year round. Seasonal content, on the other hand, is content that's like holiday related content, popular for buyers and contributors alike, but at certain times of the year. So obviously Christmas, Valentine's Day, Day of the Dead for Mexico. These are all holiday based images or themes. And typically designers are looking for these about 3 months ahead of the actual holiday, so that's the kind of time when you want to put seasonal content online. Trending comment is kind of like seasonal, but it typically has a longer cycle and then it disappears forever. A great example of trending content would have been content related to COVID-19. It had a good trend of 2 years and then it sort of, it still sells a bit, but it's mostly sort of disappeared. Think about other things like political events like Black Lives Matter was trending. The war in Ukraine, I would say, is currently a trending topic. So you can focus on developing images that meet these trends. Overall, I would recommend that you be really thoughtful about what you treat as evergreen, trend, or seasonal. It doesn't always have to be the obvious. So for example, in Canada, every spring or summer, I should say, we have a lot of forest fires. So the fire season is really a seasonal event. And so you can do images or make images that are related to forest fires and fighting forest fires and all those kinds of things. I mean, there's other stuff like sports. Seasonal is a super broad concept. So just be creative and open to the possibilities of what might seasonal actually look like, and don't just get fixated on, Halloween and a few of the more stereotypical events. The third thing that I want to talk about is employing best practices. So you want to create images that have commercial appeal, yes, but you also want to make sure you do it in a way that's going to work for buyers. So first of all, use popular aspect ratios like 3:2 or 16:9 or 2:3 for portraits. Second, use appealing colors, bright colors, research color trends, and try and incorporate those colors into your images. Dark images don't show well on the stock sites, and sometimes not in buyers' projects either. So you want to tend to avoid the darker, more subdued style images. So 3, generate illustrations that will appeal to multiple groups. Be diverse in your images. People of all colors, religions, ethnicities, nationalities, all that kind of thing. Just don't narrow yourself down. Focus as broadly as you can. Next, avoid controversial topics or images. Buyers don't really want to buy negative images or sell negativity. Well, you think, but just kind of avoid that to the extent you can. And finally, buyers often look for multiple pieces of content that relate to a single subject. So if you create variations on your illustrations, that can really help to sell a bunch of images or a group of images at one time. So maybe do 6 or 7 variations on a single theme, and maybe a buyer comes in, they look at one and they buy all at the same time. So doing variations that are different and intelligent and directed can really help build that portfolio and help the images that you put online sell. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and stay tuned for more content. I've got more stuff coming on generative AI images on the stock site. So please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.